Okay, so I was just sitting here, and I had recently made a Facebook post over something that has really bothered me since Issa, which is my granddaughter, was born. And I've tried to I'm a little understanding of why maybe it could have happened if it was something that maybe my daughter felt like she just didn't want me to be there or whatever for whatever reason. Frances, which is her maternal grandmother or paternal grandmother, so she's David's mom, so she's Holly's grandmother on her dad's side, nor David. They didn't even, nobody bothered to call me and tell me that she was born until after she was born, the day after she was born, actually. I'm pretty sure it was the day after, right? And I was like, me and her are really just at the beginning stages of you know, fixing our relationship, mother daughter relationship, and stuff like that. And so I felt like, that was kind of understandable to an extent. But you kept me from, but they deliberately, they live in the same town I did. So I could have rode with them. I could have got a ride, but they didn't even bother to let me know she went into labor. This is why I'm a little upset. And then again, I was willing to let that go. Right. But then, about a week before Issa's birthday was to occur, I called Holly and I said, hey, what are you doing for Issa Bibi's birthday, And she goes, oh, we're not going to be doing anything because she's sick. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, if something does happen, just let me know, right? And so then the very next, that weekend was supposed to be her birthday. And she calls me the night before, I think it was a Thursday or Friday night. Holly calls me, right? And she says, so last minute, we decided to, since the baby's feeling better, we decided to have a birthday party. It's gonna be a little birthday party. No big deal. Perla was gonna come down there, and that's Caesar's mom, right? So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And she's like, and we're just gonna Zoom call everybody, so Issa can tell him happy birthday, right? Okay, and then that was a bunch of bullshit. It seems like I was the only one that didn't get to go to that party, and that really, really struck a chord with me. And so I spoke to Holly later that night, told her I'd call her the next day on video call her, and I did. And I didn't want to call her and be kind of short or ill or whatever. Plus, her and my mom were having issues right then because my mom had said something that offended her. And I need to talk to mom about it because I could see why it would offend Holly. My mom just doesn't realize that. But that's their issue to deal with. I'll just explain to mom and the way she can make it up, and then that can go from there. But the shit that this is about is I got David and Frances. David and fucking Frances Reed. I don't know who the fuck you two think you are. I really don't. You haven't tried to get to know me since I've left Jeff. At all. David, you've spoke to me one time in probably 6 years about our daughter. One time in 6 years about our daughter. So you really don't know the person I am. You really don't. You don't know a damn thing about me. And so for you or your mom to feel like it's your decision to make or it's your right to make or what the fuck ever to not call the mother of that daughter that you two were there watching her give birth is so goddamn disrespectful that I can't even, you know what I mean? Frances, that kind of shit is the bitch shit that Brian left you because of. You realize that? I'm gonna say it because nobody else is gonna say it. I mean, they may have said it to you, but I'm saying it. That's the shit, okay? Because that's a fucking bitch shit. That's just a bitch shit. Do you think that my mom would have not called you and Brian or David to be there at Holly's birth? You know what I mean? Like, think about that. Think about how that makes me feel as a grandmother. That I have to explain to Issa why I wasn't there when she gets older. And it's because her grandpa and her great grandmother are fucking dickbags. And they don't know me, and they feel like they can just judge me like they're fucking better than me. And they're not. Okay? Y'all get that? You're not. So, this video was for y'all and the fucked up shit that I've literally sat here for about 2 weeks and thought about this and how fucked up it is. And y'all know it's fucked up, okay? That's why you're about to be on your third marriage, David. Oh, and David, I'm not done with you. I almost forgot, and I'm glad I didn't forget. So you can't speak to me but one time in 6 years about our daughter. Yet you strongly feel the need to ask our daughter, who's an adult now, personal information about me, which is flat out in no way any of your motherfucking business, right? Okay, and that DSS class that you and Rachel felt that I needed to take, that's the first thing they teach you is don't get the child involved in our shit. So if you want to know something about me, motherfucker, next time you ask me, okay? Okay? That's the way it is. And you need to stay the hell out of other people's business. So you can't ask me anything but once in 6 years about our daughter. But then you can ask her that. You can ask her. Then you go and get in another whole nother separate person and their family's personal issues and insinuate yourself in a situation with a bitch that you dated over 20 years ago. So you need to be asking yourself, one, why did you feel the need to reach out to Amanda and get involved in her shit and stir up a bunch of unnecessary fucking drama while you're with Kimberly? Kimberly, you need to ask yourself why you're with a dumb motherfucker that wants to get involved in another bitch's business that he's supposedly not talking to and hasn't even talked to in at least 10 or 15 years. See? Because I've never done that to David. Rachel and Judy were stupid, but I didn't get in their fucking business. And I didn't ask my daughter about their shit. I stayed out of it. And then I got the shit into the deal. But I'm glad that I went through the shit that I went through with the DSS and the classes I had to take, because it made me realize what I was doing wrong, and that's why I'm a better parent to them now. And it made me realize that y'all are only going to fuck up Holly doing the shit you're doing. Issa can see right through your fake ass shit right now and how you're trying to isolate her from her grandmother, and which, by the way, that baby loves me. Whether y'all like it or not, she does. And you just have to get the fuck over that. Because the more you try to hate on me, the more that kid's going to hate y'all. You do realize that. And then Holly's going to internalize that because y'all talk trash about me being mentally ill or this and that. And she's going to not want to tell you when she's feeling that type of way, which could be very detrimental to her mental health. Do y'all realize that? No, you don't, because you haven't took the time to talk to the one person in her life that experiences that same shit. You try to isolate her from it because you think you can fix her because there's something wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her. There's something wrong with you fucking too, okay? And I mean this with everything in me. You two, David and fucking Francis Reed, you need to goddamn check yourself or you're going to cause detrimental health to Holly, this daughter, granddaughter. And Francis, you were there. You saw that kid come straight out of my vagina. You need to get in your lane, which is grandma, and fucking stay in it. Okay? That's what you need to do. And then when it comes to her mental health, you need to stop shaming her and telling her there's something wrong with her and that she's just like her mother, because it's in her DNA and there's nothing wrong with us. There's something wrong with you, bitch. You need to go get your fucking head checked and stop talking to my daughter like that. You need to stop disrespecting me. David, you need to stay out of my fucking business. If you got a question, you ask me. You don't ask Holly, and that's the way it is. Straight up. Period. Act like goddamn adults. This ain't high school.
Stop being so scared of you and fucking,
You know, like, it's ridiculous.
Little old you, and they're all scared of you.
Yeah, I know. Like, you can't just come to me and talk to me. You can ask Holly. Holly will tell you. She'll be like, Mom, I'm not the same person I was. That's why it took me this long to say it like that. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm going to use the F-bomb if I'm going to use the F-bomb. And if y'all don't like it, kiss my fucking ass.
They think they can get away with it without you saying shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not. I'm sick of it. And like I said, Francis, I mean that. If you ever sit in bed at night and you wonder, what did I do wrong? Like what, some of that type of fucking mentality that you have right there, that holier than thou bullshit, doing grimy little side shit to me, like you did for the first few years with Holly Born and y'all stole my taxes and all that shit. That kind of shit, bitch. That's why he left you. David, you better stay out of my goddamn business. And I'm not fucking joking. Because I never disrespected you like that. And the fact that you're doing that and you think you're better than me, it just blows my mind. It really blows my mind that y'all really think that you're better than me. Like, really.
Look at you.
Because the more you do that, I promise you, the more you do that. Because I'm cool as fuck. And that kid does like me. My kids like me. I get along with Jeff, and I get along with all of my exes except for David because he's a fucking douchebag and he doesn't understand what he's doing because he learned it from his mama. Y'all two need help. You need to get some therapy and you need to realize what you're doing is wrong. And if you think I'm bullshitting, go read a psychology book. Go talk to Dr. Phil. I don't give a shit, but you're fucked up. Get your shit together before you fuck my kid up. Because if you fuck my kid up, you're going to have to deal with me. And I know y'all know what that's like. We'll be doing hockey stick stuff all over again, okay? So,
He's a puss.
you guys have a nice day. And remember what I said because I am still a mama bear. That's my one and only girl. That's my baby girl. And that's my first and only granddaughter right now. What y'all think I'm going to do for them too? And their mental health? Try me. I wish I would. I really wish I would. Because mental health is very important to me. It's very important to me. That's why I get really aggressive and really passionate about it.
They might
And,
have raised her, but
yeah, you ain't gonna take this out of Holly. I don't care what you do. It ain't gonna happen. And by the way, Caesar's real quiet and reserved, but he's a respectable dude. He's in the Marine Corps. He's not gonna like that you try to isolate his wife from her own mother and disrespect her because she has mental illness and make her think there's something wrong with it. I promise you that. You don't believe me? Try it. Francis, quit talking shit about Caesar or acting like he's doing. Francis, I love you to death. I see the good in you, but like I know I'm a bitch, and I hate to use this word, but sometimes, honey, you're a cunt, and you need to get it in check. Know when to be that way and know when not to be that way. Okay? For real. I love you. You need to get over Ron, and you deserve to be happy. But you need to get your head out of your fucking ass, okay, honey? Do it. David, I'm telling you, next time you get in my shit like that,
tell me
and just because you've been over there, I'm not scared of nobody. And y'all know that. Y'all know that. Because I believe in reincarnation anyway, so if you kill me, I'll be right back.
got more to lose than
But you do. If you really love Holly, and I mean this with all seriousness, if you really love Holly, y'all better stop disrespecting me and treat me the way you do. Because the next time that y'all pull like this little shit y'all did with this birthday party shit, I'm not going to take it sitting down. I'm not going to take it sitting down. And I'm either going to completely cut y'all off, and then Holly will, and I don't want to, we shouldn't have to force Holly into doing that. But I'll keep y'all little energy sucking vampires out of my fucking life. For good. Don't disrespect me as the grandmother or the mother. You got me? Okay. So, just so you know, this is for you two, and have a wonderful day. I thought about